People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Two best friends, 10 summers, one catastrophic mistake, and 2 years of total silence. What happens when the person who knows you better than anyone in the world is also the person you are most afraid to love? Today we are talking about People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, the friends to lovers romance that has been described as a warm and winning update to When Harry Met Sally, the book that will make you laugh on every page and absolutely sob in the final chapters. If you have ever loved someone who was your best friend first, this book is going to wreck you in the most beautiful way. People We Meet on Vacation is one of those rare novels that is as much about the places you go as the people you love. The story unfolds across 10 years of summer vacations, a gorgeous, wandering, sun-soaked journey through some of the most evocative destinations you can imagine. We travel to Palm Springs, Croatia, New Orleans, and beyond, each location feeling so vivid and alive that you will find yourself desperately wanting to book a flight by the time you finish reading. Emily Henry writes travel the way great chefs cook, with sensory detail, with soul, with the sense that place itself is a character, as important as any human being in the story. But the real geography of this novel is emotional. It is a map of a friendship, drawn trip by trip, year by year, choice by choice, and ultimately, it is a map of two people slowly, haltingly, finding their way to each other. Meet Poppy Wright. She is 22 when we first encounter her, a free-spirited, adventurous, wildly charismatic woman who has big dreams and even bigger wanderlust. She becomes a travel writer, her dream job, living in New York City and getting paid to explore the world. On paper, her life is perfect. In reality, at 30, she is deeply, quietly unhappy, and she cannot quite explain why until someone asks her a simple question. When were you last truly happy? And without hesitation, she knows the answer. It was on a trip with Alex. Alex Nilsen is everything Poppy is not. He is steady, reserved, thoughtful, a small-town English teacher from Linfield, Ohio, who prefers a good book and a quiet evening to parties and spontaneity. He wears khakis. He makes responsible financial decisions. He is the kind of man who sends thank you cards and remembers everyone's birthdays. He and Poppy should not make any sense as friends. And yet, from the moment they share a cramped car ride home from their first week of college, a ride that begins in awkward silence and ends in easy laughter, they are inexplicably, undeniably it for each other. In the friend sense, of course. Or so they tell themselves for the next decade. The genius of People We Meet on Vacation is in its structure. The novel alternates between two timelines. The present, in which Poppy and Alex are taking one last vacation together in Palm Springs after 2 years of not speaking, and the past, in which we travel backward through their history, trip by trip, watching the slow, gorgeous, agonizing accumulation of feelings between them. And let me tell you, watching Poppy and Alex fall in love across 10 years of summer trips is one of the most emotionally rich experiences I have ever had reading a romance novel. Emily Henry builds their connection so carefully, so specifically. Every shared inside joke, every moment of vulnerability on a foreign street corner, every late-night conversation in a bad motel room, all of it layers and layers of intimacy that feels completely real. What do they like together? Hilarious, for one thing. Emily Henry has said this book is her homage to Nora Ephron, and you feel that in every line of dialogue. Poppy and Alex banter with the kind of effortless wit that makes you jealous of fictional characters. They challenge each other, tease each other, comfort each other. Alex has a kind of quiet devotion to Poppy that is absolutely devastating. He shows up for her, always, in the small, unnoticed ways that turn out to be the most important of all. But there is always something standing in the way. Poppy loves adventure and uncertainty. Alex craves stability and roots. She is terrified that pursuing something romantic with him will cost her the friendship she cannot live without. He is dealing with his own quiet grief, the loss of his mother, a sadness he has learned to carry with immense dignity, and a deep, settled fear that happiness is not quite allowed for people like him. The tipping point, the Croatia trip, the moment that breaks everything apart. is heartbreaking in the most specific, realistic way. It is not a dramatic betrayal. It is a misunderstanding born out of fear. A moment of reaching for something and having it pull away, and the terrible silence that fills the space where words should have been. 2 years pass,